Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Blu-rayDave back with another, or some more, TV news rather. Um, I don't know. It's just like I know I said I'm cool releasing one update video a week. Like I guess depending on the updates really. And again, I just want to let you guys know that's not always gonna be the case, right? Maybe the next week there'll be no updates or whatever. But you guys should know the drill by now. So what can we talk about? Okay, so in these last couple weeks, I have been talking about the characters, or characters in general, really about the series, right? There are other things that I need to talk about as well, right? So, um, and I know like I said, I hate repeating myself about specific things, but I will talk about it. And hopefully this video will be a definitive update video on what I'm going to be talking about, and hopefully going forward, we'll talk about some other things, right? So, because I am starting out as a independent director, right? Um, Unfortunately, because I have no other resources to back me up or whatever, whoever's going to be involved in the project, I really hate to say this, but I I already feel bad what I'm going to say, and I know I'm going to feel even worse when I say it, but just hear me out, right, guys? Unfortunately, there will be no form of payment like for who's going to be involved. But I do need to say this though, and this is very important. The one thing that everyone can agree on is food, right? So that will be my payment towards whoever's going to be involved with the project, right? I'll make sure food will be provided for the filming days or whatever, because like I said, this is where I don't like to repeat myself. So hopefully that I will stop saying this at least for a while, right? Because yeah, there's stuff I need to disclose. I I really want to start principal photography again, late May to early June, and yeah, I just need 2 weeks off of work to do that, right? Because for April, I want to make sure I talk to people who will be interested in this project, because I need to announce the casting list, right? I already have a few people in. I still gotta talk to my producers about stuff, right? So yeah, I want to get the ball rolling with that, and again, scheduling, all that, so. So to anybody who's going to be watching this update, again, I sincerely apologize that there will be no form of payment. Again, the food will be the payment, right? And because I want to have a 2 week schedule, I want to make sure I have food every day to how many actors and anybody else who's going to be involved in the project, right? Because, and here's the thing, I'm not expecting everybody to show up, be there every day for the next 2 weeks, right? Because, again, with the scheduling, everybody else has got work and their personal life, and just okay, why don't we work, there's some specific scenes that we could do. I want to, shoot stuff all day, see where we could go with that. Again, I know there'll be a couple of people where I would have to work weekends on, even if it's just one day of the weekend, right? I have no problem with that, right? So okay, let's talk about a little bit of the cast here, and I want to talk about the script, right? So again, there's already a few people involved, including me, and and again, there's some of my producers, right? So, I will be playing David Dunn. I already found a Mr. Glass, thank God. I already found a Dr. Fletcher, right? Kevin Wendell Crumb is still to be determined because, like I said, I would really like my best friend Tegan to play the role. Like, I need to show him the movies Split and Glass to help him get in character, because he's got the acting chops for it. You know, I can confidently say, like, he's got the confident chops. Like, or like, yeah, I know what I said. He's got the acting chops. There we go. And I know he could be confident in there. See, there we go. Oh my gosh, like that was that was a sentence right there. I mean, you guys should know by now. Like, Tegan has popped up on the channel so many times now. Like, you know how he acts, reacts. Like, you know, he doesn't even need to try. You know, obviously he's just being himself, right? Like, and I could see him doing like improv, right? So, so yeah, there's that little update there. Speaking of the script, okay, here's the first half of it, right? I know I said I would really like to, like, work, like, writing dialogue, right? But I think because, like, I don't know if I have like a limited time now, because like I said, I want this month to be like the cutoff for the script, okay? Because I'm not even finished with it yet. So who knows? Like, if we do improv, like hopefully we can like knock it out of the park. You know, like as much as I'm taking this seriously, like, you know what? Like, I also look back on the first Iron Man film, right? Like, that was, like, Marvel Studios was an independent studio back in the day, right? And I think of, like, Robert and John, like, they were coming up with the story as they were going, right? Like, and, like, there was improv involved, right? So, like, of course, like, I'll, like, read over the scenes with the people that I'm going to be working with, just like, okay, let's see what we could come up with, like, and just looking at David Dunn too, like, again, Bruce Willis, he's always played that strong, like, quiet character in other movies I've watched. Like, I don't know if I have to worry about, like, a lot of lines, right? Just like I need to practice on, like, being like him being quiet, right? But just like deliver subtle lines, like, hopefully will work for the scene, right? As for the choreography, like, of fighting scenes, especially with the Overseer, like, yeah, we can play them out. Like, I have no problems, like, going over stuff, like, practicing, like, doing rehearsals, and, again, like, when we do, like, the shooting, I don't mind, like, doing it over and over and over again. If you guys see my, Bet On It music video that I released last summer, like, 2 years ago when Tegan and I shot that, like, we went through the video, right? I want to make sure I want to get as accurate as possible, and I had no problems, like, reshooting whatever, like, choreography there was, right? All right. So the other half of the script, yes, I could also confidently say that the script is almost done, right? There's just 3 episodes I need to finish here, but, like, I also need to say this too, right, about the script, right? There is a couple of episodes that I wrote, like, they're, like, really short, but you know what? I can work with these. Like, again, you know, as I'm writing out the stories, whichever ones I'm working on, again, I can't say specifically because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but, like, of course, like, you can work with that. Like, even with, like, 3 or 4 pages long, like, you can work with that, right? Like, you can, again, extend it, like, what you picture in your head, like, turn that into a reality too, right? And of course, I always want to make sure that I'm emotionally invested in the characters, right? Like, again, the 3 guys, right? Like, and of course, like, I'm doing, like, research upon research, like, especially with Elijah, I had to do, like, you know, hardcore research on his disorder, his conditions, you know, and like I said in past updates, I want to make sure like the people that I'm working with, like I want to make sure they feel like confident, like they feel comfortable in the setting, right? Like, and if they have any questions, comments, concerns, demands, like I will listen to them and be like, okay, like again, like say like they want to improve a scene, right? Like okay, we can do that, right? Like we could do this, we could do that, um, like I said, I just really want to work with the people that I'm working with, or are gonna work with. Again, my friends know other friends, like they know other connections, like they're talking to people like who would be interested in this. I was told by another close friend from my work. He's not a coworker, but we've been friends for a few years now. He knows an actress, really. Like okay, that can help out too. Like hopefully he'll send me like a picture of her, see what she looks like, and um, if her and I can talk, like either like video chat or again, like I want to meet everybody in person, right, and go through like the roles that I would like for them to play, or like what they want to play, right? So like again, like there's so few like female roles in the Easterl trilogy, like so yeah, we already got Dr. Fletcher, right? Like so she's already been cast right away. um there's Audrey Dunn. There is Mrs. Price. Who else? Just thinking about by movie, right? There's the two girls from Split. Two out of three of the girls, like they're, if you've seen Split, you know what their characters are, right? And there is Dr. Ellie Staple, and you guys know how I feel about the character, and if you've seen the update video, you should know like how I want to improve on her character, right? So like, so again, just by judge, just by judging this, like how again another one of my close friends said like he knows like a professional actress, like I can tell like I don't know, she could be around my age, she could be older, like I don't know, he hasn't told me the specifics. Again, like I'm sure he'll tell me more. Like I feel like there could be like out of the five female characters I talked about, like the two have to be like eliminated. Like if she's that older, like she cannot play a high schooler. Oh right, we can't forget about Casey Cook. All right, so that makes six. Okay, so take the three out, right? Take the three teenagers out. So that means, again, play Audrey, Mrs. Price, or Dr. Staple, right? But yeah, the script is coming together. Yes, there is a thing called like a writer's block, right? Like if you're like really stuck in the writing process and like you can't like figure things out or like come up with like a better story, like it is nice to take breaks, right? Like I don't want to like overdo it, right? Like I want to make sure that I take my time with the script. I'm not rushing it. And with some of the episodes I told you about that could be like 3 to 4 pages long, that wasn't me rushing it. It's just like, and of course I have my notes, and you really got to think like again, like from the movies, like where can we take the characters, right? Where can we take them from point A to point B, X, Y, and Z, so on and so forth, right? And speaking of Mr. Glass, the guy that I'm talking with, like again, like he's such a cool guy, and I told him like I would want to hang out with him in person sometime. Hopefully that'll be soon, right? I've put my socials on my YouTube page. Well, not links, but like if you read my bio, like it'll say like Instagram and like Facebook. Like he's told me he's got a Facebook, so the best that he can do is follow my Facebook, Blu-rayDave, right? Because like I had to help him make sure like where to find my channel. Okay, so he's subscribed. He's got the notification bell on. So the last thing he needs to do, like for communication, or unless if he wants to communicate, or I need to like say this carefully. Like I don't want to say semi-communicate, but like talk to me through the comments. That's fine. But like if there's like personal information, like obviously we're not gonna share that information in the comments, right? So like the best thing he could do is talk to me on my Facebook, right? So like we'll connect more, right? Like yeah, like seriously, he's just genuinely a cool guy, and I cannot wait like to be working with him. You know, like I told him, like I promised him, like he's gonna love the script, like for the Glass episodes, right? Like he's gonna have a blast, right? Want to make sure he's on board. And again, if he has demands, what he wants to do with the character too, like again, I'm all for it. Like again, I'm open to any constructive criticism, especially from you guys. Like again, if any of you guys seen the movies, like, and if you have any ideas, like even if I'm not telling you what the episodes are, it's good to throw suggestions, right? Like, and again, I don't want to like contradict the stories here, right? So like hopefully eventually when I release the series out in the fall, like of course I will be anticipating those comments, right? Like those debates, like wait a minute, wasn't this supposed to be like this, or how was this character like this? I want to read those comments, right? Like seriously, like I feel like this project it's gonna get a lot easier like once I have everything in motion, because really it's all about like the script, right? Like, and where we could go with it, right? And I'm feeling more confident day by day that I'm finding more people too, right? Like it's a slow process, but you know what? It's fine. We don't need to rush these out, right? Like, and again, I gotta talk to my producers, and we still gotta find some other filming locations. Like me and Tegan, we have like found a couple of good filming locations, but like I need like all my producers with me besides Tegan. Like we need Lego Train Guy, we need my brother, right? So yes, Tegan, Lego Train Guy, and my brother, they're my producers, right? So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. that's all I got. It's pretty cool. And of course, like again, if you've seen my community posts, like I did add like other suggestions, like if you want to take more than just having like a role, you can also have the position of a makeup artist too, for example, right? Like you know, I trust like whatever like women I bring into this project, like I have no doubt they'll be like really good makeup artists, right? Like what to do, like how to make the characters look good, right? Like and of course like I need somebody to help me with props, you know? I know for a fact, and this is, hopefully this doesn't bite me in the butt, but like I know this is going to come out of pocket, right? Like I don't have an exact budget, right? But I know we could get this done in 2 weeks, right? And I just hope like if the series is successful, and if it gets acknowledged by, again, hopefully Blumhouse, I'm being genuine when I say this. Like I really hope they reach out, like, hey, we wanna fund your project. Like, guys, can you imagine what a dream that would be? Like, if I could work with any studio right now at the moment, it would definitely be Blumhouse, because I liked some of their stuff in the last couple of years. Like, yeah, and again, if I could work with M Night one day, that'd be pretty cool. And again, if he could give me some pointers, because I mean, you guys gotta remember the whole point of M Night making Split and Glass is that he doesn't like making sequels, right? He thought Unbreakable was just gonna be like one and done, right? Like that's why he only has like one trilogy out of his movies that he's made. It's called the M Night trilogy, right? So like, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't care, like, I guess like what I'm doing with this series. Like, yeah, go ahead, do what you want, man. Like, but I respect him, you know, like as a person, as a director, right? Like I want to make sure to have that, you know, M Night style in the series, right? Like, besides having my own take on it, right? Again, I want to respect what has come before, right? And of course, again, even if things don't make sense, like that's in the M Night style too, you know, right? But I know that people can get past it, right? Like, and again, Glass is like the true like sequel to Unbreakable, right? So, but what can you do, right? Yeah, like I said, I am 100% confident in this. Like, once when I get the script done, like, I gotta, you know, move on to, like, other things, like, going forward with this. Like, again, I'm not too worried about the budget. I just want to make sure that, like, whoever's gonna be involved, like, I'll talk to them, like, because again, like M Night, how he presents these movies, like they're in the real world. So like, who am I going to talk to? Like, of course, I would expect the people who I'm going to be working with is just wearing regular clothes, right? But of course, for my character, Mr. Glass's character, Kevin Wendell Crumb's character, like we're all going to need specific costumes, right? So you guys know I got a couple of costumes ready for David Dunn. There's really just a couple more I need to get, like, and yeah, we'll see where that goes. Yeah, I'm calling this video, like, number 1 for whatever I'm going to call it, just because like, I know there'll be more stuff to cover in the months to come, for the updates, right? So, wish me the best on the script, because like I said, March is going to be the cutoff. April, I want to make sure that I'm talking to people, you know, who would be interested. In May, I would just like to get the ball rolling, you know, like, and, you know, if we start early, you know, that's fine too, you know, like, that's fine, like, if we got everything ready, right, like, that'd be pretty sweet. But again, like, no rush. Taking my time. My sweet old time. Alright, so that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for tonight. So, thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please on the post notification bell, share my content if you haven't already. And one more thing before I leave. As much as I don't like proving anything to anyone, like, oh, I don't, like, oh, I gotta prove to this person, like, I'm this or that. Like, no. I'm all about proving, like, wanting to prove to you guys, like, I can do it, right? I'm 24 years old. I know I can do it. Again, just, I gotta work with the best people, you know, and show you guys that not just me, but all of us can do it, right? Again, it's just baby steps, you know, one step at a time. Don't put all your eggs in the one basket, because that's where you're really gonna screw yourself over. All right. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for bye, and hopefully you guys are having a great night, and hopefully you guys watch the 2-episode premiere of Daredevil Born Again. It was freaking awesome. All right. Good night, guys.